This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. In crime news, Operation Ceasefire continuing to yield results as officers attached to the crime initiative arrested a 38-year-old male of Camp Road after he was allegedly found in possession of an illegal handgun and ammunition. According to police, shortly after 10 p.m. on Tuesday, while in the Camp Road area, officers discovered the weapons near a derelict vehicle. After observing the subject or the suspect remove an object from his waist and place it under that vehicle. Active police investigations continue there. In other crime news, a male and female are in police custody after they were allegedly found in possession of a pistol and stolen goods around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. According to police reports from the Abaco district, they executed a search warrant at a residence in Spring City, Abaco, where they recovered a pistol along with a quantity of ammunition and a large number of stolen properties. The man and woman are assisting the police with their investigation into this matter. In response to former Prime Minister Hubert Minnis' criticism of the Ministry of National Security's crime consultants being ineffective and a waste of taxpayers' money, based off the fact that murders are still rising, Minister of National Security Wayne Munro says it is the failings of the previous Minnis administration that plays a part in the crime issue that the country finds itself dealing with today.
All of these programs, the previous Prime Minister stopped. I'm really getting tired of a man who doesn't seem to understand that when you're dealing with socialization, you have a child who was 10 years old when he took power. We now have 15-year-old people killing people. How they interacted from 11 to 15 is important. It's a matter that we need to take responsibility and stop playing politics.
Minister Munro explains that the ministry has only one consultant, Carlos Reed, who is concerned with running programs that target youth who have the potential to engage in criminal activity if they are not given proper guidance and opportunities. These are programs which Minister Munro claims the previous Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, discontinued. Minister Munro reiterates that the COVID-19 lockdowns had a lingering mental health effect on people, which the country is seeing the collateral effects of. He chided Dr. Minnis, saying due to the fact that he is a doctor, the former Prime Minister should have insight and understanding.
He should have thought about the need for mitigation. They should have thought about the need not to stop urban renewal, not to stop programs that interacted with young people and tried to show them this is the right way to go. I do not have time for foolishness. We've had an occasion where you've seen our neighbors to the south. All of it is happening. I heard they had a triple murder the other night involving a child. This isn't limited to the Bahamas. It's a global phenomenon. And we call on all serious people to get serious and come to the table. We've had not one word from him, other than when he comes in the house, talks, and then runs like a coward. We've not had one engagement from him.
In response to claims that the consultants hired by the Ministry of National Security are a waste of taxpayers' money, Minister Munro says the former Prime Minister saw urban renewal as a waste of taxpayers' money, citing the decline of social programs while Dr. Minnis was in charge of the country. As police continue their investigation into the horrific shooting death of banker Patrice Sawyer in the early hours of Monday morning on Johnson Road after she went outside following a phone call, the Member of Parliament for the area of St. Anne's, Adrian White, while extending condolences to the family of Ms. Sawyer, also expressed the desire to have the culprits of this heinous crime brought to justice. He was speaking in the House of Assembly this morning.
I can't begin to imagine the loss that her mother and father feel. I've met them both in the past, and I'll visit them when the grieving has calmed a bit, but my heart is with them. This is a family who years earlier lost their son, who was also a victim of gun violence and passed away outside of the Juju Tree nightclub, which was for many years a very popular entertainment location in the Johnson Road community. Madam Speaker, I don't know if there's anybody yet in custody but I do believe that justice will be met out on those that took this young woman's life. And I believe that for the sake of our Commonwealth, we'll all rest a little easier once someone is in custody and charged with her death.
JCN Love 97 News sources say police are following significant leads into the murder of Ms. Sawyer, as well as several other recent homicides. And finally, near 100 players with an appetite for golf and a desire to support a worthy cause turned out for the inaugural tee-off for the Hunger Golf Tournament at Ocean Club Golf Course recently, helping to raise more than $70,000 in sponsorships, prizes, and donations for the Bahamas Feeding Network. Felix Stubbs, chairman of the Bahamas Feeding Network, said it was a great day to play golf for a great cause. The Bahamas Feeding Network, formed in 2013 with a handful of churches, now provides 72,000 meals monthly through a network of support, nearly 100 soup kitchens, church feeding centers, and other organizations. Its annual budget runs more than $2 million. At the charity golf tournament, players had their eye on the prizes: a brand new Mercedes-Benz for a hole-in-one on the 12th hole, a 7-day Mediterranean cruise thanks to Royal Caribbean, a Dallas Cowboys sports weekend. More than a quarter of the players came in at par or below par on the course. Mark Carter, a volunteer who helped organize the tournament, was closest to the pin prize on the hole-in-one on the 12th, beating out Phil Andrews by just 3 inches. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News, folks. I'm Jareno Saunders. It's a pleasure to have you join us this evening.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.